Watch closely, this crazy woman is risking her life. In the perfectly good cabin, she refuses to sit and instead climbs onto the top of the plane, 10,000 meters high in the sky. The strong wind is so fierce it makes her unable to open her eyes. But the woman doesn't retreat, she presses forward. She grabs the plane's antenna with one hand, uses all her strength to pull her body forward, and without any protective gear, manages to reach the wing. Unexpectedly, the plane suddenly hits turbulence. She quickly clings to the wing, barely avoiding falling off. After what feels like an eternity, she finally crawls to the fuel tank. Risking being blown away, she quickly releases her left hand, struggles to unscrew the fuel cap, then bangs hard on the cockpit window, signaling her boyfriend to pass her the strong liquor. She bites off the cork and pours it into the tank, but her hand slips, and the bottle flies right out of her grasp. She doesn't dare waste a second, has him pass another bottle, and pours again into the tank. Every extra second up there adds another second of life-threatening danger. Fighting back her fear, she empties the bottle, and the fuel gauge actually creeps up a tiny bit. A glimmer of hope dawns on them. Both struggle to contain their joy, repeating the process, pouring bottle after bottle, until the gauge hits 10%. But getting back is the hardest part. She doesn't even dare turn her head, only groping backward along the path she came. As soon as she touches the handrail, her body slips, and she's thrown right off. In a split second, her right hand grabs the railing, narrowly escaping death. She collapses to the floor, stunned by what just happened. Her boyfriend then brings good news. While she was outside, he'd spotted an island. They immediately change course, flying toward it. On the plane, the thought of being rescued soon has them dancing with excitement, but their joy fades fast. They fly for hours, but the vast sea stretches endlessly, not even a large rock in sight, let alone the island they'd hoped for. Worse, as time passes, the fuel gauge drops to empty. If they can't find land, they'll drown in the fathomless ocean. Troubles pile up. Before long, the engine sputters with black smoke, followed by a roar, and the propeller stops. The plane glides toward the sea, facing certain death. They grow calm, whispering final confessions to each other. Just then, the man sees something unbelievable. Not far away, an island flickers into view. Overjoyed, they quickly steer, gliding slowly toward it. As altitude drops, the woman finds it harder to control the plane. Nearing landing, the man shouts, telling her to steady the controls, to glide just above the water. But it's easier said than done. On the sea's surface, she can't stabilize the plane at all. Her grip slips, and the plane slams into the water, flipping instantly with them inside, knocking both unconscious. Soon, the plane starts taking on water, sinking rapidly to the seabed. In a desperate moment, the woman wakes first, fights to push open the cabin door, and drags the man to safety. On shore, after several attempts at first aid, he finally regains consciousness. The two collapse, exhausted but safe, until waves that should have been dozens of meters away suddenly rush in. The woman senses something's wrong, looks up, and freezes in shock. This isn't an island at all, just a sandbar left by receding tides. Total despair washes over them. They close their eyes helplessly, waiting silently for death. The water quickly rises to their necks, leaving them tiptoeing to barely breathe. In the end, they cling to each other, sinking slowly toward the seabed. But just then, a fishing boat appears like a divine intervention, reaching them in the final second before death. They are finally saved.